Hey, what's up, guys? rayBar checking in. Wanted to give a portfolio update. Every Monday and Friday, I'm going to be posting long form videos. Appreciate you guys that have subscribed and shown love to the channel. Take the moment right now to smash this like button, comment down below your thoughts, and hopefully you enjoy the remainder of the video. So earlier this week, I had posted kind of a in-depth tutorial on how to do covered calls to gain additional income using your long positions in your portfolio. There's a couple things in there that I didn't add that I'll kind of elaborate on later when I'm talking about how to look at your position after you've opened those covered calls in terms of the cost basis on your original long position, etc. So going down the portfolio, you'll see here the plug power. I had sold this option for $45 credit. If you notice now, it's worth 1 cent, which again, it's worth 100 shares. So this is actually $1. So this is exactly what you want to happen with a call or a covered call, is that you want it to expire worthless. Because what will happen here, because if you see at the top, plug power is $7.49. My strike price for plug is $9.50. So this contract will expire worthless, meaning I get to keep the $45 credit and my shares do not get called away from me at a specific strike price. Now, what I'll do next week is, depending on what the price is, because we will go down to plug real quick just to see in advance, trade options, go to, again, I sell 1 week options here. If I sell a $7.50 call, as of right now, it's a $30 or 30 cent premium, which is again times 100, so it'll be a $30 credit. But my cost basis is $9.50. So just to be safe, in the event that it spikes up past $7.50, I don't want to sell this one, because then my shares would be called away from me at $7.50, inherently losing $200, right? And that's if I sold this call. But what you have to keep into consideration is when you sell covered calls, that premium offsets the cost basis on your original position. And I'll go into that more in depth next week whenever I open up a covered call again on this plug power position. I've done my weekly buys as I have been doing. You're seeing kind of these positions grow slightly because I'm, buying at a slower rate than I normally would in terms of a daily process. But that's, again, how things go. A lot of times these YouTubers will show you hundreds of thousands of dollar portfolios, and none of them actually show you that build out process where, remember, time in the market always beats timing the market, right? So one thing that I did do a quick play on this week was I added this stock right here, Republic First. Now, it looks like a penny stock because it is. And if you notice here, I'm up 26%. I bought 100 shares and an average cost basis of $74.43. And now the position is trading at $93.88, right? So the reason why I bought into this is a regional bank, but it's kind of one of those, I'm throwing a little bit of a gamble out here in the market to try and get some outsized gains in order to, maximize my returns for the year. And the play that I had on this is, if you've known with the recent bank coverage and the failures within the regional bank space, First Republic Bank was in deep trouble because they got themselves kind of in a hairy situation with, kind of over-levering themselves, making kind of bad positions because of the decades of free money, right? And cheap money for that matter. So Republic First Bank is a different bank, not First Republic. And so this stock, when that news what came out from First Republic, plummeted, almost 70%. So I took the opportunity, to buy into this stock because they aren't in as much trouble as some of the other regional banks, but at the same time, don't bet the house on this. This is just a quick play of $75 that I'm thinking could maybe double in size within, the next couple of months, if not years, so long as contagion doesn't further affect this bank. I'm looking to, honestly, once I get to around 75 to 100% of this position in terms of profit, I'll likely get out of it because I haven't done a lot of research into this company. Again, I just bought it as they plummeted based off the mistake of First Republic Bank. Other than that, not too much has changed. You're seeing like here, it's like a sea of red right now. CPI came in yesterday, Thursday or Wednesday, excuse me, at 4.9%, which is a slight decrease. And is that real? I don't think so. If you look at how they calculate CPI, the numbers are a bit skewed with owner's equivalent rent as well as substitutions. And I think most of y'all can agree when you still go to the store, you're still seeing, prices that aren't what they used to be, as well as shrinkflation, where you may be paying the same price for a product, but you're getting less of it within that packaging. Another key indicator that I like to look at that reported yesterday was PPI, which is the Producer Price Index, and that's at 2.3%, and that's kind of like the cost that it takes these providers to create the goods and materials that we are actually purchasing as consumers. Lastly, I'd like to touch on Kenview. Not doing too bad. It wasn't quite up as it was, where I was up 15, 16%. But I think that happens with IPOs is, this is a little bit different because it's basically a spinoff of a already well-established company, Johnson & Johnson. But typically there's a lot of hype. People will buy in like crazy. It will spike up, and then it kind of returns back to earth a little bit. And I think that's the key time to start buying. So here, again, building out a portfolio from scratch, I built a position size of about $400. And as this price continues to fall, with the hype dying down, I will likely average into this with the ultimate goal of gaining 100 shares to repeat that covered call strategy, as well as collect those sweet, sweet dividends. So lastly, I'll go over here to the history. We started the week on, the 8th. I'll go to the brokerage account to make sure we clear it out here. So for the most part, you're seeing here all my reoccurring buys, which is basically all I did. I bought an additional, bit of Archer Daniels Midland, again, a food company. I think any kind of food, water, and energy company will be key as we head into potential recession, as well as the future, right? Like food, water is the lifeblood of civilization. What I'll do is at a certain point in time, I'll go a little bit more in depth with some of these stocks and why I'm choosing them. Let me know down in the description if that's something you guys want to see, where I kind of do a little bit more of a analytical point of particular stocks and companies and why I'm buying them and what I look for successful buys. Again, here you see that $45 credit from the plug covered call I sold, a bunch of reoccurring buys. I bought, that Republic First Bank here. When I first noticed it. And then I have some pending dividends coming up for the remainder of the month, which will be Main Street Capital. It's a BDC, a business development company that pays a monthly dividend, as well as I have some dividends coming from Realty Income, which is another REIT. Or I guess it's not, like I said another, but it's just a REIT. And then Intel Corp, again, buying into Intel. I'm betting huge on domestic fabrication, as well as them executing on their new chip designs coming in 2025 and beyond. Appreciate you guys stepping in. I send you guys another update on Monday. I'll likely inject a little bit more capital for another series that I'll have later on in the month, or even this next month, I guess, where it's going to be, I'll go in depth on how to set up a cash secured put. So appreciate you guys stopping by again for another episode with me, rayBarInvest. And hopefully, again, I said it in the beginning, but like, comment, subscribe. All the support has been wonderful. Watching my analytics and kind of the feedback I've been getting from you guys has been awesome. And, I'm glad to build a community here. And, feel free to hit me with any kind of questions in the comments, and I'll do my best to comment back. Thank you guys. Love you guys. And see you on